Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy! Welcome back to more Pokemon Platinum. Last time, we met a Ralts, which we added to our team. Met a Berry Master, who I wish we could take with us, but we got his Berry app. That's good enough, right? And we also got here to Hearthome City, where we met Fantina, the local gym leader and Pokemon contest extraordinaire. This time, we're going to be exploring Hearthome City and seeing what it has to offer for us. Let's start off strong by going to this house next to the Pokemon Center, because it's really good. Hiya! Oh, you're a trainer. That means you're using Pokemon boxes. I love meeting end users. Oh, what's up? Why that astonished look? Oh, right, sorry, there I go running my mouth again. My name's Bebe. You know the PC boxes? I'm the system administrator. I know this is out of the blue, but do you want a Pokemon named Eevee? I'm not gonna be raising one on my team this time, even though I have many times before, but sure I do. If you wanna see this for your Pokedex, nice easy place to get it. Easy Eevee. So she got this from a friend in Johto who has a lot of them. She's friends with him, and she's a PC administrator. I wonder who she could be talking about. Well, whoever he is, I sure hope he pays his bills on time because that suck of the PC system went offline. We will be very good at this Eevee, even though it's not going to be on our team. So, Eevee is a Pokemon that is now capable of evolving into 7 different evolved forms. Seriously. Just look at how tiny the space is that's reserved for the art. I laughed when we plugged in all of its data into the bio. Okay. We can't get quite all of its evolutions yet, but we can get most of them. And I think we can go over them right now. Besides, we just got Ralts last time. It hasn't gotten a chance to fight yet. I think it could do well with some training. There's a lot of trainers that we haven't fought around here yet, and we also got the Versus Seeker, so I say we do a training montage while we go over these. As a preface to these evolutions, one thing you should know is that they each learn a good move that complements them at level 15 and then again at level 36. Eevee joins us at level 20, unfortunately, meaning that you are going to miss out on that first move for at least a while, and it might be more difficult to raise than in other Pokemon games because of it. First, with a Water Stone, Eevee can become Vaporeon. It's bulky, it's a water type, and it even has a water immunity now. This is one of those tried and true Pokemon that have withstood the test of time and is still great today despite all the changes made to the game. It's gonna have no good moves for a while though. Water Gun is that level 15 move, which Eevee is already gonna be past, and its next attacking moves are all physical until you get Aurora Beam at level 36. You might want to wait on adding it to your team if you want one, because we don't have a single water type TM or HM yet, and that's where Vaporeon's gonna get some of its better moves for. It's good, you just might want to wait on it for a little bit. With a Thunderstone, you can get Jolteon, another well-aging Pokemon. Tied for the fastest in the Sinnoh Dex with my beloved Crobat. You're gonna be going first and doing good damage in nearly every fight, and it's not even as gimped by that whole level up move thing like Vaporeon is. We have far more TMs that are compatible with Jolteon at this point in time than we do with Vaporeon. And with a Firestone, you can get Flareon, I guess. I feel so bad for this thing. Out of the original trilogy of Eevees, this is easily the worst one. Awesome attack stat, nothing to use it with. It gets Fire Fang in this game, making it slightly less terrible than in previous games. But you want to know when it learns that? Because I know when it learns that. I know it by heart. Level 43. If you're really determined, it learns Iron Tail by TM eventually whenever we get that. Yeah, don't go for this unless you want a nice looking Pokemon, because it really is cool looking and that's about it. I feel so awful for it. I look at Flareon and I see so much potential. They just don't give it the capability to use that potential. It's... maybe another time in another game, I can say good things about it, but Flareon, I feel so bad giving you a bad review every game. I really don't want to. On a brighter note, because it's a happiness evolution in the daytime, you can get Espeon! We're getting into some pretty good Eevee evolutions available to us right now. Espeon is your high-damaging Psychic-type Pokemon. Problem is that it's missed out on Confusion already, and it's only gonna have physical moves until it gets Psybeam at level 36. We also don't have that many TMs that it can learn. It's a happiness evolution, so you might not have to worry about it having poor moves for an Espeon, because it will be an Eevee for a while. But it might make it challenging to raise until it gets a little higher level. Happiness at nighttime gets you Umbreon, the tank of the Eevee evolutions, and a bit of a weird one. It's by no means a bad Pokemon. It's very resilient, does well with moves that whittle down the opponent. But for single player, it might be a little too slow for some people. It's very much strictly a wall and it won't do much damage, but if that's what you want, it's one of the best defensive Pokemon in the Sinnoh Dex. It's also worth considering if you want a good wall, but Bronzor was a little bit too much of a wall for you and just wasn't flexible in being able to do other things. And last, we have a new method of evolution. If you remember that mossy rock in Eterna Forest, if you take Eevee there and level it up in the patch of grass around that rock, you can get Leafeon, the latest member of the Flareon Club. Okay, Leafeon does have a few positives. Good defense, good attack, pretty good speed for grass-type standards. Problem is that pure grass-type isn't very good defensively for what it's trying to be, and oh sweet Gardenia, this thing got screwed in the moves that are accessible to it. I know what you're thinking. Can't be that bad, right? You know, I bet it gets some good stuff. I bet it gets Leaf Blade. Level 71. Swords Dance, 78 and only in Platinum. Baton Pass, keep it unevolved as an Eevee until level 36. X-Scissor, TM only. Until level 71 when you get Leaf Blade, the best grass move to complement its stats as in a physical grass move. Are you ready for this? Razor Leaf. I know Razor Leaf is working out well on my Grotle, but that's until level 71. And a lot of the other moves that Leafeon can get via other means aren't available during the main story. Just like Flareon, I did not want to give Leafeon a negative review. I think it's cute, and in later games, I think it's very underrated because they fix its level up moves in later games. But until then, it's true to its name. It's a leaf, and it's that way for an eon. Ugh. And as for Glaceon, like I said, we can't get it yet, so I think we're gonna be saving that for later. Whew, that is enough explanations for one video. I don't think we'll be having any more bios from here on out, not that there's any more Pokemon in Hearthome City, but still. In that montage, ironically, Ralts didn't really achieve anything worthwhile. Bodhi, on the other hand, got Mega Drain, which is absorbed just with twice the power, so that's kinda cool, I suppose. There's a bunch of other things we can do around Hearthome City, so let's see what I want to do next. I guess I could go down here, and I want to talk to this guy. They call me Mr. Goods. No one knows my real name, not even I do. Well, buddy, I sure hope your first name isn't used. I dedicate myself to seeking rarities. It's what I live for. I'll find something rare for you, so talk to me some other time. After you've achieved various goals in the game, he will give you some special items, typically for use in your secret base. But we haven't achieved any of these things yet, so he doesn't have anything for us. This right here is the Pavin House. This is related to Pokemon Contest, so we'll be talking about this a little bit later. Say we should stop by the Pokemart at the very least to see what the clerk on the left's got for us. The clerk on the right is not so much a clerk as they are a jerk, so they're not going to have anything for us. Get Heart Mail. That's for sending messages to other players. We've already seen the Heal Ball. We've already seen the Net Ball. We've already seen the Nest Ball. No need to get anything here. I think we are absolutely fine. In addition to all that, I want to show oh wait, what is this right here? The Pokemon Fan Club. Okay, never mind. I think I do want to go here and talk to these guys really quick as this is a staple in the series. Hello, I'm with Jubilife TV. May I hit you up for a quick interview? Thanks so much. Let's not waste any time. Your Crobat is quite appealing, isn't it? Oh, well, thank you. Good of you to notice. Comment on my Crobat. Let's see, what do we got? Man, I can't think of any way to describe it. Just let me think for a second. Thank you for no, wait, I did not want to do that. Okay, no, I'm just being stupid at this point. I was thinking I could make for an interview. I'm just like, let me think, and then they televise that. Let's see if I get past the censors on that one. See how that works out for me. Hello, hello. How I say, do you do? I'm the Pokemon Fan Club chairman. Yes, indeed I am. When you wish to treat your Pokemon to a treat, what I say, do you do? If I may say so, and I will, feed Pavins to my Pokemon. And why I say would I do that? Because giving Pavins is a way of expressing your love. For example, if I were to give a sweet Pavin, the Pokemon eating it would be more cute. For example, a spicy Pavin would add to the coolness of a Pokemon. In such ways, I say that Pavins have nothing but goodness for Pokemon. Therefore, I declare this Pavin case to be a gift from me to you. Thought I'd grab this right now just because we can, even if we won't be showing off contests yet. Fill this with lots of Pavins and show our love for our Pokemon. Gua? Gua? Doesn't really have the same ring as Sai Duck. Let's see, Acrobat simply adores you. I feel like I'm intruding. Aw, so my Crobat likes me a lot. Not hard to see why, as it is a happiness evolution. It's already reached its full evolutionary level. The this isn't really an important thing, but since it won't always be here, I want to show this. If you try to leave Hearthome City through the south, look at this. They are doing a TV shoot, just happening to be standing in front of a doorway in a gate that people need to take to get in and out of town. Most inconsiderate TV reporters of all time, and that's saying a lot in the Pokemon series. This could be something you could report Jubilife TV to the Better Business Bureau for. It's just that bad. Back at the Pokemon Center, there are a few other places that are of interest, one of which is the Pokemon Hotel here. There is somebody in here that I want to talk to. Let's see here. Well, Papa and Mom, to your Pokemon. Same for parents and kids. I always learn from my kids. No, not you. Is it you? I know it's a girl. That's all I remember. I just really want to talk to the right one. Yes, okay. Having lots of Pokemon around is a lot of responsibility. Yes, such a responsibility that I think I need a free item. Screw fun. I want my free items. Don't talk to me like that. No one even notices you because your sisters make too much noise. Guess I know how that is whenever you're just in any kind of like all-girl environment. You never get a word in. Let's go up this elevator. I certainly hope I'm in the right place. Otherwise, this is going to be one great big waste of time when this is an item that's very worth your time to get. I swear if it's you. Hearthome is a kid-friendly city. Wait, they say, but yeah, I disagree too, considering what it was like to get here. Hearthome City is friendly to kids, grown-ups, and It's not friendly to kids, shush. Is it you? I'm running out of women to talk to. It's easy that way. Like, stairs makes it easier for little Pokemon to get about. What do you do when it's a fire? That's kind of dangerous. Is there really nobody here for me to talk to? Like, really? I swore it was this building. I guess it's the other building that looks exactly like this. Let's try this again. I guess it was in the other building that looked exactly the same as this one. Go figure that when you make two buildings look exactly the same, my memory would get a little bit fuzzy at exactly where the item would be. Sorry, I don't mean to sound bitter. I do like the city a lot. I think it is very atmospheric. I think it's very nice looking at nighttime, actually, which is why I'm glad we're here when we are. I just like the street lights and just the general feel of it. It's all a really nice place. I have something. Yes, the Shell Bell. This makes it so that after doing damage with a physical attack, you will restore a little bit of HP. Can be a very useful item if you want to tank. I might give it to my Clefairy, as it does a very good job tanking. And it's got that return that does a lot of damage after all. That is what I wanted to show. With all that done, that is a lot of items, a lot of things that we could do, and also a very useful Pokemon you could obtain here in Hearthome City. But it's not everything that we can do here, and I'm not just talking about contests either. I decided to wait until nighttime just so I could show off the city lights and just how nice this place looks at nighttime. It's actually one of the few places I prefer at night over any other time of the day. But up here, we have a lit up area far brighter than the city, Amity Square. Stroll with your Pokemon. Is that your capitalized because it's a slogan, or is it just never mind. I'm getting way too nitpicky over this stuff. So we'll go up into Amity Square. My Pikachu seems to be delighted to be out of its Pokeball for a walk outside. See? You can tell because its cheeks are twitching away. Lady, I think you're about to get zapped. Pika-Pee! See? Yeah, it's not a good sign. She's just very ignorant to the Pokemon she raises. So we can go for a stroll with a cute Pokemon. Or so they claim. For instance, I can go for a stroll with my Grotle because that's a starter Pokemon and thus there's field sprites for it. I could also go with Pikachu or somebody like that, but can I go with my Clefairy? No, I cannot. Wait, what? I can? Okay, I guess I thought Cleffa had field sprites, but not Clefairy. I was remembering the cycle shop owner's Pokemon wrong. So, any Pokemon that has any sort of field sprites that are from all four directions, you can take them in here. Think of it like a precursor to Heart Gold, Soul Silver, where you can walk around with any Pokemon. There is one exception to this, however. You cannot have Starly come in here, even though it has field sprites from all four directions. It really should be allowed in, but it's not. For here we have a replica of the Sinnoh region, kind of a nice little model. Here at the top of Mount Coronet is TM43 Secret Power. That does different power and different types of damage depending on where you are using it. In multiplayer, it is always consistent since you're always inside of a building, and that is one of the types of damage that it does. We can also go around a little bit more to find some more useful items, such as up here. We can get TM45 Attract. Think of that like Confusion, but it only works on the opposing Pokemon, and the enemy will just do nothing 50% of the time instead of hitting themselves. Can be good for some lockdown strategies, but it's generally not very viable in multiplayer because you don't know what genders your opponent's gonna have. Also doesn't work on anything that's genderless. But the real elephant in the room are these ruins. You can walk into them, they look very out of place, and you will get teleported elsewhere. Once you're inside, you can walk up, left, or right. Depending on the direction you take, you will end up in different areas. Go to the right here. And, oh, am I not ending up in different areas? I swore that's... Maybe it's only in certain ruins then? I hope I'm right on this. Well, we'll find out if I was correct in just a moment, because we can't access everything in Amity Square from this section of it. Also, Drifloon. So you're telling me that a Pokemon that murders children and carries them off to the underworld is considered cute by the managerial staff here and is allowed in? Okay, I'll meet you guys over by the eastern gate so we can show more of Amity Square. Oh, before I go, I decided to talk to Supernova, and she was holding an item. I got a black mustache. Okay, glad to know you have a good sense of humor, Supernova. These are accessories that can be used to dress up your Pokemon, so they're kind of nice for that. As somebody who 100%ed getting as many of every accessory as you possibly could in my Diamond version, can't tell you how long I just ran around in Amity Square. It went on for hours and hours and hours at night just during my summer vacation in 2007. And I remember just taking so much time in there, and it was so monotonous, but I wanted it, damn it. I want to talk to this guy. I'm appalled. They refuse to enter into my Pokemon. My poor Gyarados and Steelix. This is discrimination. Buddy, I think you'd do well to move to Johto. They're a lot less discriminatory toward that sort of thing there. Heck, it's culturally a norm. It's not even a thing that you can only do in a special park like this. Yeah, I think I'll give Bodhi a try right here. We'll have him going with us. Let's see this. Wow, his walking sprites from the back look really awkward. It looks like he's just kind of sliding along the ground. You should talk to your Pokemon. It'll occasionally find things. Okay. Well, we'll be sure to do that periodically to see what we get. If we go up here, we can find an Amulet Coin. That'll double the amount of money gotten from trainers if the Pokemon holding it was allowed to participate in the battle. Really good item there. Can be really useful. Let's see. So if I go to the left here. Okay, good. I do end up in a different area than when I did before. Let's use our dowsing machine right here just to see if there's anything hidden. Nothing at all. So this area is completely useless. Oh, wait. I have a feeling I know what exactly I was supposed to do in there. Let's go back in. I went to the right to end up there. And then, oh, this took me someplace different. I come here with my Happiny every single day. I can let it run free without any worries at all. Well, hello, how do you do? I love this park. It's why I try to keep it neat and tidy. I don't mind cleaning it all. I found all sorts of items doing so. It's quite fun and even exciting. Oh, I know. Do you know the item Blueberry? I found somebody. Wow, that is a very good item. 5 blueberries. Okay. These are among the best items you can find for Pokemon contests. They are incredible at those. We're not going over contests quite yet, but yeah. You can talk to this guy once a day and he will give you different items. I very much approve of what he gave me here today. Just keep going around, see if we can teleport a little bit more. Is there nothing here either? A lot of useless little islands, unfortunately. Kind of a shame. Let's try going right. Okay, found this. We get a spooky plate. 3 beings were born to bind time and space. This will buff the power of ghost-type moves. I don't personally have a use for it, but maybe you caught that Ghastly or something back in Eterna Forest. Would be good for you. Bodhi appears to be feeling good. Pretended to trip. That's kind of challenging when you have 4 legs. Sniffing at the grass. Pretended to trip. Yeah, you just get flavor text normally. You do have to kind of walk around a little bit, just talk to them periodically, see what they give you. I think that should be all the items here in Amity Square, and that is everything here for us with the exception of all the accessories you can get, which I'll show on screen right now. But I burped. Apparently I'm having a good time here in Amity Square. Yeah, I feel very refreshed after letting that gas out of my mouth. Or it was kind of in my stomach, but still, it came out of my mouth. If you try to exit town before taking on the gym leader, I thought I'd show this. These guys just talk about eggs, and that's really about it. Yeah, I think it's probably the lamest excuse for blocking off an exit to a town, at least as of this point in the series. But there is one more thing I want to show in Hearthome City, other than the gym. It is that this is the Foreign Culture Building. It looks a bit like a cathedral. This is the only time in any Pokemon game that any sort of religion or anything like that is ever referenced. I personally find it to be really interesting and kind of unsettling in some other ways. I thought we'd end our time here exploring Hearthome City by seeing what's here. We cannot read the minds of others, which causes us to feel fear and doubt. But to control the aspects of the world beyond our senses is an impossibility. Pokémon, people, it's only natural that we are all so very different. Make sure that you never judge a Pokémon on if it's weak or strong. You must always look for the good inside of them. That's what counts. There are still words that not everyone can describe. The words are love and joy. When people in Pokémon join hands, everyone's happy. It makes everyone come together. It could even make the world one. That people are lonely is only natural. It gives me compassion for others. It's what makes me look forward to a better tomorrow. But there are still moments of fondness for the past, though time can heal some sadness. And there do I see my father, my son, my life. And there do I see nature, Pokémon, the world. If the strong and able do too much, they limit the contributions of others. The strong must show restraint. This enables everyone to live together and share responsibility. The art of crafting things fatigues one's spirit. When the spirit is healed, the desire to make something returns. It is such a wondrous cycle. Mind and matter. It's no good if one is stronger than the other. Balance is what's needed. That's the key.